Hello, hello. Hello, can you hear me? How's the video? Everything okay? All right. Cheers, everyone, from the open mic. Got to love Thailand. Thank you. Okay, good, good. Okay, I've got the camera and the gimbal kind of back away from me so you can see a little bit. So with my old man eyes, I got to get close to read the chat, but appreciate you coming in. Okay, we got 5 in the house already. Thank you. Guys, I'm going to have a little breakfast. I like the way they roll their silverware in this joint. Wonder where they got that at. And today we're going to need a little knife action, a knife. What could we possibly need a knife for? Well, could it be the side of hash browns with cheddar cheese? No, don't need a knife for that one, right? And they're like a little charred. I like mine charred. I don't normally put them out like this for customers, but I like a little char in mine. And of course, you can add the cheddar cheese for 5 baht if you want real cheddar cheese on your fresh homemade hash browns. So yeah, you see a little char in there. I like mine that way. Mm. Grilled in real butter with onion. Mm. Well, don't need a knife for that. Must be this. Must be this. Can you see that? I think you can see that. Yeah, that must be what it's for. 300 grams of Aussie ribeye. Beef ribeye steak and eggs, guys. I can put the garnish on there just for the show, right? And normally this platter comes with the hash browns and 2 eggs with toast, right? But I substituted the toast for one of the homemade buttermilk biscuits, and I got real melted butter and honey up on that thing. So that's breakfast, man. Thanks for coming along. These biscuits, you see that? That's half of one, right? Are you feeling me on those? Oh. Break the egg up a little bit and dip those in there. Are you kidding me? I'll get right with you guys. You know what I'm saying? Put a little runny egg yolk up on there. Is anybody feeling me on that? Now, if you English gentlemen would please comment about how you eat scones in England, I would appreciate the education. I know you call biscuits scones, right? You call French fries chips, right? So there's a lot of difference in our language, but we like eat biscuits with our breakfast in all different styles, with gravy, of course, and honey and jam, or throw some egg on top, make a sandwich out of it. Anyway, I hope you are all doing well. I want to get a little bit closer here to see the chat. Haha, thank you. Thank you, Got to Love Thailand. They look great. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, thumbs up, guys. I appreciate the thumbs up. Let's try the steak, shall we? Now, I like mine pretty charred too. Right? These are char broiled on the charcoaler. So I like a little char on my steak, but it's not overcooked, I can assure you. Let me show you the middle. And of course, it's got a rub dry spice on it, and then I use Worcestershire sauce to baste it while it's grilling. So that's how I like mine, guys, right there. It's about a medium to medium rare, not quite medium rare, but pretty close. But I don't want to get it all the way to medium either. You know what I mean? I'm right there in between that. I got to tell you, this Aussie beef's pretty good. I don't know why, as good of friends as America and Thailand are militarily and a lot of different ways. I don't know why we don't have imported American beef here, right? Not an expert on the trade relationship, but let's try it, shall we? Brings out the caveman in me. Hmm. 500 baht. This is called the house. It's the most expensive breakfast we have. 500 baht equates to about 15 US dollars. That's for a big old thick 300-gram steak, guys. 2 eggs, any style, basted, poached, however you like them. Fresh potato hash browns, right? These are fresh potatoes, never frozen, okay? Cooked and then shredded, and yeah, don't forget about these scones. I'd appreciate the education, guys, either in the live chat or after this video is on the channel. Please leave in the comments, all of my English, European friends. Educate us Americans. There's a lot of us Americans who would really appreciate the education on it. Biscuits are older than dirt in America. I mean, everybody's grandma that I've ever heard of, from New York to Alabama to California, has baked biscuits, okay? So very common and very easy to make a to-go sandwich. You throw a sausage patty up on that ma, wrap it in foil. I mean, we used to get that, me and my older brother, I'm the youngest, but my older brother was a year and a half older. We would get loaded up, you know, with 2 biscuits and sausage apiece wrapped in foil and head off like Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn and go to the ponds and the creeks and the rivers, right? But we'd have that solid protein. We didn't usually put egg on them, just the biscuit and the sausage, but made it real easy and they last all day, right? Well, anyway. Herman Smith, thank you. Tom Bernard, thank you. Pronto, to the kitchen. Right on. I can ship you right here, Got to Love Thailand. I can ship you right here. Would be the best way to do it, right? Looking forward to it, brother. Oh, yeah, homemade sausage gravy, Herman. Just like Grandma used to make. We're talking real bacon grease in the roux and real salted butter. So the combination of the bacon grease and the salted whole butter is what I make my roux with, right? And I use condensed milk, just like Grandma used to do, the canned milk, right? Not sweet canned milk, just regular condensed canned milk, right? 1-to-1 with water. And we use the fresh Aquafina drinking water, right? We don't play when it comes to cooking with our water. Now we have delivery, big 5-gallon delivery, which is drinkable water, potable water, right? And we use that, you know, when we're boiling and making rice and stuff like that. But when I'm mixing, you know, stuff up and I'm using condensed milk and water, I just use the small Aquafinas here. This is, as far as I'm concerned, it's the best water in Thailand. Now, some of these guys may have their favorites, but yeah, it's what we prefer. We buy it from the Pepsi company here. We have Coke and Pepsi, but so we buy it by the bulk, right? Bottle of Aquafina and a glass of ice costs you 20 baht here, okay? 20 baht. So we invite people to come down and drink a bottle of water and sit and listen to music for 2 hours. We're not about everybody has to, you know, have a big alcohol tab, right? We're about bringing people together. So, you know, 20 baht. I think you can buy these at 7-Eleven for about 10 baht, right? Of course, we're not 7-Eleven. We're serving you, right? We're giving you an atmosphere, giving you something to do. So we're not trying to mark stuff up. too much, you know, just enough to get a return on it. But it's all gonna, you know, all the products are top notch. We're not cutting any corners. Okay, you guys talk amongst yourself, right? I appreciate you guys. If you have any questions about the situation with the bar, fire away. I'll try to catch some of those. Right, Herman? Am I killing you guys? We're not even open today. When I got here from the beach, I had a customer drive by, stop, looked out the window and said, tomorrow? And I'm like, yeah, tomorrow. Oh my God. Is there anything better than steak and eggs? Now, that's another thing. I had an old boy in here from Belgium the other night, and he was looking at the menu, and he's like, steak? Isn't that like lunch or dinner? Like, you don't eat steak for breakfast, do you? And I'm like, yeah. In America, we do. Like, pretty much any good breakfast restaurant, like high-quality breakfast, they're going to have steak and eggs on the menu, of course. Filet mignon, ribeyes, T-bones with eggs. Put that steak in that runny yolk. Are you kidding me? Back it up with a biscuit. Get out of town. Yeah. Those eggs are good. And we do serve potatoes with the steak too, right? You don't have to have the cheese on it. That was something I added today. They are good, man. Grilled and cooked with onion. So yeah, steak and potatoes with eggs and a biscuit. Get a big old glass of juice. And our large orange juice is 50 baht. Anybody knows Thailand, you've been around a few places. It's normally 75, 80 baht from all these bad boys, right? We buy the top-notch Mali tangerine juice, right? Absolutely fantastic. Not the watery, drinky stuff. Real juice, 100%. And so we don't mark it up that much. We got the small for 30 baht and the large for 50. You know, I've got 4 daughters. The oldest one's 33 and the youngest one's 29. All right, 34 and 29. Anyway, their generation started these energy drinks, you know, and I'm old school, and I was always like, whatever happened to eggs and orange juice in the morning? Like, isn't that energy for the day? On breakfast, right? And a glass of orange juice? What the hell do I need an energy? I'd rather have some natural protein and energy, you know, something you start your day off, you know. Little fresh potato. Oh my God. Salt and pepper just right. For those of you that don't know, Ethan, thank you. Now we garnish, right, with a little piece of leaf lettuce and an orange twist, right? But it's not just a garnish. I learned this when I was like 14 years old. My mom was a restaurant manager, and this was her favorite garnish for breakfast. This will cleanse your palate. Everybody knows you wash your hands. Some of the best soap you can buy is orange citrus soap, right? Well, you take an orange before I started eating any of this, and I'm a smoker, right? And maybe you've had a lot of coffee. If you really want to taste the flavor of your steak and your eggs and your potatoes and your butter and honey on your biscuit, you take a little bite of this first, right? You don't have to eat the whole thing. And that cleanses your palate. So now, right, that's washed down. Now the orange flavor's gone away, but my palate's clean. And so now when I eat this, it's not going to be like I'm in the Matrix. It's going to be like really flavorful. Anyway, guys, I know I'm burning you out with all the content the last day or so. I get on these runs, so I apologize, but I appreciate you guys tuning in. I'm not going to keep you long here today. Surin. Okay. Yeah, Surin. Not far. Right? Where are you, Tom? Some Sam Bennett Journeys. Sam Bennett Journeys. Live from California. Hey, thanks for coming in, Sam. I don't know that I recognize that name, but maybe you're new to the channel. If you are, I appreciate you, man. I really do. Uh, we opened this bar back on August 29th of 2020, despite everyone telling us how stupid we were for doing it. But we know our area a little better than people that don't live here, I think. But anyway, and then we just had the grand opening of the breakfast restaurant on Christmas morning. And I was determined to get the restaurant open in 2020 because, 2020, as we all know, has been historic and will go down in history as the most challenging period in our modern life, right? But what are you going to do? Crawl in the closet and hide? No. If it wasn't for the health crisis, let's not use the C word or talk numbers like 18 or 20, right? Let's just keep that out of it. But if it wasn't for that, this wouldn't have happened. This bar wouldn't be here at all. Neither would the breakfast. Because my wife and I were planning on going to America for 2 months. And we had 10 grand saved up, USD, right? And planning on blowing that with the daughters and the grandkids. And obviously that got canceled, right? So we're sitting around. Beaches are closed for 3 months. I'm not teaching because of the situation too. And too much time on my hands. And then we met the owners of this property and talked to them. And my wife and I had talked about it over the years. I've been here for 5 years. For any of those that don't know, I've lived full time in Thailand for 5 years now, a little over 5 actually. But anyway, I came in 2015, October 2015. So, I mean, people ask in legitimate questions, why would you do that? I see, businesses closing, bars closing, but those are in the areas that are highly dependent on tourism, international tourism, and we are not here. It's still a risk. It's still a gamble. I mean, but we're here to serve our locals, and we have a lot of great Thai people here and a big expat population. So anyway, that kind of updates you guys that maybe weren't following the channel for very long. August 29th was a grand opening of the bar. We had a bunch of other YouTube bloggers here, and I really appreciated all of them. Johnny, There Is Something Happening was instrumental in getting a lot of them together and get here. Foreigner Joe, Thai Girl Dit, Psalm, of course, with Johnny, and then LJ Esquire in Asia with Tita, Thai Girl Tita. She's got her own channel too. And then we had Julian K. Glasser here. We had TV, Thailand Bloggers Facebook page. Geez, I don't know if I'm forgetting anybody, but anyway, it was a fantastic grand opening for the bar. And then, we closed down for several days because we'd done all this work. This building was empty shell, right? So we did all this to create the bar and a live music karaoke venue, right? So after the grand opening, we were worn out. We closed shop for 4 days and came back, and we just been daily operations of the bar now with plans on progressing towards the restaurant. I had to finalize the corporation license and get my work permit as the general manager here. So anyway, we just opened the breakfast restaurant Christmas morning. So we had 3 days of service. We've been closed the last 2 days. We'll open again tomorrow. Well, that's a summary. People say, what's going on right now? Rayong is a hot spot. I'm sure all of you have seen that in the news. So previously, when there was, lockdown nationwide orders from the national government here, and they began to release those restrictions, Rayong was able to release restrictions way ahead of a lot of other provinces, especially to the north here at Chonburi and Pattaya, just because it's not a heavily tourist area, right? But this time around, we kind of have the hot spot over here in Rayong City. Now, we're on the west end of Rayong province, bordering Chonburi at the Utapao airport in an area called Ban Chang. Pala is the sub-district of Ban Chang, which is the coastal part of Ban Chang. Anyway, so that kind of lets you know a little bit of history. The bar is closed right now for 7 days due to an order of no sale of alcohol. So we had a big New Year's Eve party planned. We had a beautiful Thai singer, beautiful on the ears and the eyes, you know what I mean? And She was coming down from Pattaya, sings beautiful English and Thai songs. And then we had a local guitar player who's also an excellent vocalist. He's played here before, Kunt Churd. And they were going to be together. We're going to count down the new year. And all that got canceled because if you can't sell alcohol, right? I mean, people are going to come to a New Year's party and drink water, right? I mean, so, but we're rocking with the breakfast. We're going to kick that back in gear tomorrow morning. So, good timing to get the breakfast restaurant open. Nobody knows the future or can predict what was going to happen. So you just got to roll with the flow, right? And that's what we're doing. And so we don't really have any restrictions on the restaurant. Of course, we're all masked up and washing and taking precautions, and we've got plenty of seating area here. And I'll give you a little bit of a tour in just a second for those of you that are new to the channel. But I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Don't worry, be happy. I love that, Herman. Exactly. It's a great philosophy to live by. So as much as I love you guys, I can't live. Like, we got a little sun window there above the liquor, so it may interfere with you being able to see what we have there. On top is the Tequila, Mexico, and our Silver Lake wine up there. See any of your favorites, guys? I know nobody wants to see somebody stuffing their face. You know what I'm doing. Won't take me long to finish, and then I'll get right with you. The import alcohol is pretty expensive here, guys. Anything that's not distilled and made here in Thailand is going to cost you. It's going to set you back, right? You got to pay that import tax. But we got your three wise men up there. We got your Irish whiskey, Jameson. Got your Jägermeister behind me in the cooler, of course, ice cold. Got peach schnapps, got amaretto, got Bailey's. Good gin, Absolute vodka. And then we got all the Thai stuff, which is not expensive. Sang Song, Hong Tong. Yeah, several there. We also have Scotch, imported Scotch from Scotland. The tequila up there, I don't know how many of you guys are familiar with it. You can see the skulls. It's called Ka, K-A-H. It's actually from Tequila, Mexico. Some people say that it's better than Patron, but that's an opinion, right? It is top shelf stuff, for sure. And none of the skulls are alike. They're all hand painted by our wonderful Hispanic people to the south. De Mexico, de donde Mexico. So they hand paint those, and no two are alike. There's a lot of art involved in Ka tequila. The black is the most expensive. I run you 150 baht for a shot. A single jigger, not a double jigger, a single jigger shot, right? So that's about $4.20 a shot, guys. But that's not marking it up much, right? That's just, it's expensive. And then the yellow is 130 baht a shot, and the white's 100. So the white's $3 a shot. But we wanted to have the top shelf because sometimes, I mean, we got Jose Cuervo, of course, and then we got another brand called Sierra, which is a good tequila. But we wanted to have top shelf. I might get some Patron if I get requests for it, but right now we can't sell anything for 7 days. Can't sell doesn't mean you can't drink what you already have, okay? Hey, a little screwdriver never hurt anybody. I just don't want to cram my face, but I'm almost done. And I'll give you guys a tour, okay? We'll look at the kitchen. You can see what's going on in there. And I actually made a video putting this plate together this morning, so there'll be a little short cooking video coming soon. These hash browns. I'm telling you, there's no way you won't finish every morsel of our hash browns. Trust me. Wow. Oh my God. And it's a full potato. I mean, you're getting a full potato, right? So just like if you ordered a baked potato, we're not skimping you on the hash browns. Oh my. Thank you, Mama. Mama up in heaven for teaching me how to cook, teaching me how to work hard at a young age. On your feet for 18 hours. Never worked as hard as she did. She'd outwork anybody I ever met. She had skills, people skills. She never forgot a customer's name. Can you imagine? She had a mind like a steel trap. Yeah. Name was Alma Sue. Alma Sue. Alma Sue, I miss you. Oh my God. Get a little egg yolk up on that, Ma. See, I don't know. I guess please leave the comments in the video or in the chat, whatever you guys want to talk about, for all of my European and English and Aussie friends. Anywhere you are in the world, you know. Are Americans the only one that have steak and eggs on the menu at breakfast restaurants? Because a lot of our breakfast restaurants, steak and eggs is the top plate. If you want to go in there and splurge on yourself, you order the house. That's why this is called the house, steak and eggs. And anytime a customer asks a server for a recommendation, what do they say? The house. How do you like your steak? Oh my God. That Aussie beef's good when it's charcoal, I'm telling you. I don't know if I can finish it, guys. Like I said, they're 300 gram. They're not little old skinny thin ones, you know what I mean? You feeling me? And no, I don't trim the fat. That's for flavor. You don't have to eat it, but it's got to be on there. I don't think $15 is too bad a deal on that myself. Many Thai people in my area can't afford it. Trust me, they can. More money than I've ever had. Get out of town. About to hurt myself. Come on down to the open mic. We're open for breakfast starting tomorrow, Wednesday through Sunday. And I think we're going to go 6 days a week if we're not allowed to sell alcohol after the 7 days. You know? See what's going on with that. Play it by ear on the bar. But even if the bar is closed down for whatever, month or what, 2 months, we're going to be rocking on the breakfast. We'll still be here. I've got information about delivery where I can hire the delivery company. Oh, yeah. Take out delivery if we have to. I need to go give some of this to Dan. a good idea. Okay, last one for me. Oh my God. Cheers to Australia. You guys grow some good beef down there, man. Some hellacious flavor up in there. Whew. That was good ribeye. Shit, I'm ready to do a Rocky dance, huh? I got some energy to go, baby. Turn this around here. Give me just a second, guys. I'm old school. Whoops, shit. That's not what I meant to do. Sorry about that. See, I told you. Turn this around. Give you a little tour here. Oh, excuse me. Not bad manners, just good food. Okay, there we go. All right. I don't know, man. I think I cleaned it out. Got a little bit for Dan. Let's go see if Dan's around, shall we? Anyway, for those of you guys that hadn't seen the bar, this is it. It's like American retro style. And of course, the number one figure for us is right there. Paul Pumiporn, King Rama IX, his late great majesty, and there he is with his son, both musicians, and we are all about the music, as you can see, Woodstock up here, and then my wife and I, Thailand and America. Oh yeah, and subliminal message here. Can you read between the lines? All right, rock on. Yeah, we still got a lot more room for metal tins. You guys can kind of see the size. If anybody's interested in helping me out, man, I'll pay you for them. We just don't have access to a lot of it here. Probably some of your favorite groups that don't have. Of course, we got cash on the wall, of course. But anyway, there was nothing in this building. We built this counter bar over here for the pool table bar. Of course, we're killing it on the coffee there in the mornings too. So, but it's mainly a bar stool for the pool table, right? And so, yeah, we did all the decorating. We didn't do all the painting. I'm not crazy about this orange, but I know I'm going to cover it up with enough signs that I'm not concerned about it. Yeah, we had to pull. I mean, there was nothing here, guys. So yeah, and we're down with country music too, right? And we got Sinatra in the house, and yeah, we're rocking and rolling, man. So anything that you can get your hands on, we got Pink Floyd over there. You just can't see it. Yeah, I mean, my address I think is in the About tab, but if not, my email is. I think everybody knows this guy, right? He had to move over here to the open mic. That's my man right there. And of course, we got a lot of our English, Scottish, you know, it's not just American music by any means, right? Black Sabbath, and then of course the day the music died, my hero, Buddy Holly, right? Grateful Dead, Zeppelin, of course. But anyway, yeah, we built the bar. We built the bar, and it's an all wooden bar. I've started putting a couple of tins on the bar now. I don't want to put too many tins on there, but I kind of dig a little bit. Yeah, there was nothing here. And then we just put this little curtain wall over here, like I just put a frame over the top and hung a curtain. So we got a little hallway going to our men's and women's restroom there. It's a big size bathroom with shower. So, you know, if we had people came in off the road or something, bikers or whatever, and needed to freshen up, right? Got you covered. Here, yeah, please don't make me. Anyway, that kind of gives you a tour of the bar there, and of course, there's 3 overhead garage doors. So when we open it all up, man, we are seriously open air. And we got all kinds of fannage, as you can see. We got them hung on the walls. We got them on the floor. We got them outside. We got them going on everywhere. Okay, so now into the kitchen. Not big, but don't let it fool you. Storage area, freezer, office, security system monitored, everything. All right, toast section, fridge there. This is the chef's fridge with all of his prepared items all chopped up and ready to go. So don't want to get in the way of that grumpy old Bassard. And yeah, so the counters were here in the kitchen, like they're all cement, right, with ceramic over the top. But that was it. There was no equipment, anything. Got a flat top grill here, egg pans and shit, right? And we hung shelving for spices, try to make it easy for that grumpy old Bassard of a chef. Yeah, and then we cook outside, you know. I bought this secondhand. It's a big bad boy gas oven, got a big deep oven. Look at the length of that. It goes all the way, right? So yeah, you can bake up a lot of stuff, and then it's got a nice 4-burner top. And it's old school, man, with these valves, but these are pilots. So once you light the pilots, boom, you don't have to light your burners again, right? I don't really care about that electronic ignition stuff, but it's got a cleaning tray, you know, too, right? Shift it falls down through. Really nice, really nice. Of course, this is what I cooked the steak on this morning. So we always have this hot and ready to go, right? We charbroil our breakfast sausage too, but we got the big bad boy here, right? And I pull it over here. So we got the big charcoaler going, right? So yeah, this is the exterior. So that's basically it. It's kind of like a galley, right? Anybody ever worked that job back in the day? Fry cook, short order cook, right? You just want a galley. You want everything in reach, right? I got a counter in my reach here. I got the stove. I got a preparation counter there. I got another counter here. Right? You're just trying to get everything in your reach. You don't need big, right? And then of course I made an old school. This is where they clip the tickets on, and man, grand opening. I had this whole board full of tickets. So man, of course I'm still memorizing the menu. So it's actually only 3 pages when it's clamped together. Well, 4 now because we have the drinks and extras on there. But as far as what's going to be cooked, it's 3 pages front and back. So I just got all 6 of them turned up here, right, until we get them memorized. Anyway, employee water cooler, right? This is what we use for cooking too, right? And then we have the big aquafina, you know, that I use when I'm mixing half and half for condensed milk, stuff like that. So nothing fancy, but does the job, you know what I mean? And then we had these canopies installed out here. So when you walk out of the kitchen, you're still all in the dry here, right? Of course, it's dry season now. It won't rain again for another 3 or 4 months here in Thailand. But anyway, you know, set up, and we actually have all this property, even though we didn't lease it. It's the same owner. So, you know, we can set up a drive-through right through here. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Gimbal, what are you doing? I pay you to work. Okay. So yeah, I mean, that's the driver's side. If they pulled in off the road, right, pulled right up here and it was able to make the circle and go back out, right? Of course, our driveway needs a little work, but that's typical in Thailand. Hey, Gimbal, don't make me mad. Oh, thank you. Wow, gonna work now, are you? So yeah, we just had these canopies right here. These are the newest ones. These 2 right here were the 2 newest ones installed. I think I'm gonna install one off the back here too. Not sure about that yet. Don't need it at this point. Of course, we got that extra ice holder, big cooler out here for extra ice. And then this canopy here was installed a long time ago, back in, July, I guess. We worked on the place for 2 months before we opened in August 29th, before the grand opening. So it took us 2 months to put it together. You know what I'm saying? And so yeah, this right now is a dining hall. Unfortunately, for the next 7 days, well, 6 more days. Yeah, we don't. I mean, we do set up the music. We go ahead and put the music out there, but obviously no microphones, no karaoke, no sharing, anything like that, right? Not under these circumstances. But I'm gonna take you around and show you the beer garden too, but I'm gonna go the other way. And then they're starting to have dinner specials at night now. The girls, okay, Gimbal. The girls are, you know, selling some food at night. Like, we don't want to be a dinner menu restaurant, but you know, we want to have some specials at night. course, they're not selling that at night. All right, Kimball. Make me mad. Go ahead. Make my day. Hang on a second, guys. Sorry, got my big finger in the way while I'm trying to reboot this bad boy. They do have minds of their own sometimes. I know it's got a charge, so that's not it. Something else. Like a computer, right? They do what the hell they want to do sometimes. All right, yeah. So anyway, yeah, that's the dining hall now. It's not really a rock and roll dance floor joint at the moment, but we're hoping that 7 days will be the extent of that. Alcohol ban, and I'm sorry I haven't caught up with the chat, guys. I will here in just a second. Before we close it out, just thought I'd give a little tour. I didn't want to show you all the licensing and stuff, but I actually got to pull this overhead door down. We've got it all posted on a glass shelf right here. There's 4 different licensing that you're required to post here, but I'll do that in another video or something. But yeah, we got lots of room out here. We got men's and women's toilets out here. They all have electric, modern toilets and hand washing sinks on the outside. And the men's actually has an exterior urinal. Right? Feeling me on that? Not that we need one. I mean, this tree right over here works pretty good too. Yeah, a lot of property here. I've been cutting the grass back that far. But yeah, he goes all the way back to the corner. And then I think they own this big old house right here too. This big old teak wood 2-story, 3-story. Yeah, 3-story. Beautiful house. That's a, I don't want to exaggerate, but it's 500,000 US dollars or more for sure for that home right there. A lot of nice big homes around here. But anyway, here's our beer garden out here. And so we've got a big fryer that's got a propane portable, right, propane bottle, so we can deep fry out here and then bring the charcoaler over here. So the ideal for New Year's, we're going to do an all-you-can-eat barbecue. And that's what we did for the grand opening. Anybody that wants to go back and watch some of the grand opening footage, and you can also go check out LJ Esquire in Asia, Julie and Kate Glasser, Foreigner Joe, Johnny, There Is Something Happening. They all made videos here on the grand opening, I do believe. So, yeah, we had all that, and we got more serving tables, right? So we got real plates, real silver. You come help yourself, you sit down, we bust your table, you go again. So that's what we was going to do on New Year's, and unfortunately, guys, that it got canceled. But, you know, what? Just keep smiling, right? Keep smiling. Can't do anything about it. And this is our dartboard area. And like I say, there was nothing here. We leased this tent. Cost me $100 a month lease on this big old, it's 5 meter by 12 meter. And just made an old school, you know, like an old Western sign, right? It's kind of pretty casual, laid back out here in the beer garden. These chairs, I tell you what, are the most comfortable chairs you can imagine. They really are. I know they're just plastic, but trust me, it's kind of nice to sit in a low chair like that when you're out here and see your backstage here, right? So we got a backstage bar here. Of course, we have these canopies installed too, right? 2 canopies here. None of this was in the dry when we rented the building. This bar here was just an old bunch of weathered wood. You know, I had to take a belt sander to it, and I had to level up this cement back here because, you know, it was not in the dry. Heavy rains, they had a big old slope on it, so, you know, you couldn't even set a bar stool. It was so I had to float that out and level that up, and then we just put this pallet up here at night, right, to keep silly dogs out. Yeah, that's basically it. There's your overhead lights, stage lights, and everything. We had all that installed. You know, we had a lot of electric and stuff upgraded. You can see we got the fans hung up out here too, as well, right? So yeah, it's pretty cool. And then we got the world map here, and we keep getting more and more hands. But a lot of times we forget to give people a tour, right? But so not everybody that's been here has you know been over here and taken the time to drop their pin. We haven't anybody from South America there. I know that. One from Africa, right? One. And then, of course, Aussies, sure, Malaysia. Thailand, we put the big Thai map over here, right? So the Thai people can put a pin in their hometown, right? So, yeah, we got some people from different places, right? So a lot of that hasn't been, you know, maintained or updated. So anyway, that's pretty much the tour. Uh, that's the reason I wanted to do the Thailand Talk Tuesday. Sorry about rambling and not following your guys' chat. You guys know that I like to keep up with everybody, but we just had that live stream with the Thai fishermen, and I want to go ahead and take advantage of the StreamYard application for the Thailand Talk Tuesday and throw that out there. So I'll go back in here and take a seat and see if you guys have any questions or anything before we close it out. Like I say, this is all the same owner. She built this market over here, and it was open before we rented the bar, but it was just your regular market, your standard vegetables and fruits and stuff. And there's so much of that around. Like you could walk right up to a 7-Eleven, and 7-Eleven's got like markets that have been there for a long time. That's all fruits and vegetables and meats and stuff. So it's just kind of hard. I don't see Dan. Oh yeah, I do. I see him laying down over here. Dan. Guys, we got a guessing game going on. I'm going to give a prize for the person that guesses the day that I actually get to pet Dan. Okay? Could be today. I doubt it. Good boy. How are you, buddy? I'm pretty positive he's never been touched by people. I've been feeding him for a month, and I haven't gotten to touch him yet. So, and of course, yeah, he's going to like that. Dan, you're my man, brother. Huh? You hungry? Oh, that's stomach is good. Thank you. A little bit more powder for you. He's like, hold on, I want some more of that steak. I mean, where's that at? Right? It's all gone, buddy. It's all gone. Oh, they gave me some brownie points anyway. Yeah. Good boy. Good boy. You can clean the plate. It's okay. I won't watch. All right. Yeah, we really love our location here, Location, location, location is the key. And we're one block off the beach, and this is a main cut through road. From one main road goes all the way out to Sukhumvit, and another road that goes all the way out to Sukhumvit. So it's a cut through, and it's very busy with morning traffic, especially through the week, because you have a lot of people that work at the Maftaput industrial area over here, which are high-paying jobs. Anyway, let me come in here and sit down and catch up with a few of you guys. Wow, we still got 24 in the house. Thank you guys so much, man. You're welcome here anytime. Any of you that are in Thailand now, I mean, you can get here. You don't have to give me a heads up, man. Just come. Like I say, we've been closed every Monday night on the nightclub deal, and now we're going to have to wait till this, 6 more days and see what's up with that. But right now we're doing 5 days a week on the breakfast because we didn't know we were going to be closing up at night, right? But second here, I'll turn this camera around again, see if I can get it in one shot. Ought to be learning by now, right? There we go. Rock on. All right. Just start at the bottom, work the way up. I appreciate everyone that supports the channel with all your encouraging comments. I know it's a difficult time for everyone in the world, and I'm not trying to say, oh, look at me, I'm all that in a bag of chips. Not at all. Okay, like I said, this wouldn't even be happening if it wasn't for the situation. We'd have been in the States for 2 months and spending time with family. And so we're just like everybody else. Everything got canceled and turned upside down. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do, right? And we were fortunate enough that we had that money. And we've got about a 10,000 USD investment here, and that includes the licensing and everything. Now, that doesn't include the grand opening of the restaurant. There was some additional investment there, of course. But we made all of our own menus and cut costs, as much as we could. But 10,000 USD to have a grand opening of the bar. And we had our food and beverage, cigarettes, alcohol, everything licensed included in that 10,000. So the additional expense of the restaurant was, number one, all the food, right? I mean, I spent 6,000 bottled steaks, for Christ's sake, right? But they're vacuum sealed, and so is our smoked ham, right? We buy all those at the expat market, so they're imported, right? Dry goods, all that stuff, and then additional equipment. The gas oven, I paid secondhand 25,000 baht for it, which is around $1,000. I thought it was a bargain, man. That's an old school piece. She ain't going nowhere. Should be good for forever, for my lifetime, right? And it really regulates temperature well. I prefer a gas oven way better than electric, right? Everything gas stove top, gas oven, no way to go. So anyway, it's more economical too. Electric can be pretty high here in Thailand. Our electric runs, speaking of that, our electric runs about 4,500 baht a month here at the bar, but we've got all these big refrigerators and freezers and coolers. So, that's about what, Badger? That's it, Badger, if you're here. Pretty close to probably $175 a month in electric, right? And then our rent's about $300 a month. So we got really low overhead on our rent. So we're doing good. The bar was, not making profit, but it was definitely paying for itself. So we got good staff on hand. Customers are really digging the service. So, things are looking good, and just really lucky. We got the breakfast restaurant grand opening completed, on a Christmas Day there, and now we're able to just focus on it because, right? So, but anyway, sorry about the cancellation of the New Year's. We're just going to keep smiling. I may try to do something. You can't sell alcohol, but we may try to do something for a live stream. So anyway, I'll catch up with you few guys and then we'll close it out. Been rambling almost an hour. Hope you enjoyed the breakfast. Hobby for retirement: jerky, ham, sausage. Yes. Yeah. Smoked ham. Yeah. You can buy really good pork. I need to look into smoking my own ham. You guys got that conversation going on, don't you? William Poole in the house. Thank you, sir. Stuck in Florida's here too, huh? Okay. Exactly, man. A lot of people aren't that lucky. Hey, look, one of my daughters had this bug, right? She's a nurse back in the United States, so it hit my family too. And my sister has, stage 4 lung cancer, and so she'd been diagnosed a few months before this whole deal went down. So it's been really, really, scary. And then I've got an underlying autoimmune disease. And my neurologist up here at Bangkok Hospital in Pattaya, which I go see him through the FMP program through the United States Veterans, can get for foreign medical patient coverage for conditions that are service related, right? So I have a neurologist up here for that, and talked to him when this deal went down, and it's like, you get a fever, you get your ass up here to the ER, right? Because when you got autoimmune, it's you're in high risk. So it's been difficult for everybody. But look, guys, I mean, I don't want anybody to think, oh, look at me, It's not about that. It's about, this is what we're doing. This is my experience. I wasn't vlogging back when I was, seriously teaching. I would have brought you inside and showed you that part of my life. Whatever I do, I try not to do it halfway. Our motto
in boot camp was all the way. And it stuck with me. I was 17 years old and all the way. I mean, it just says it all, right? If you're going to put effort into something, do it all the way. And if you fail, it wasn't for lack of trying. So, we were able to do it and put some people to work. And now we're in a position where we could even be a charity. I mean, we could even have hot food ready to go for free, if people start hurting. And I mean, there are people in need already, and we did give free food away on grand opening on Christmas. But we're in a position where we can help, and Thailand's been very, very good to me, the Thai people especially. So why not give back, right? What else was I going to do? Sit here and cry because I couldn't go see my daughters and grandkids and take my wife with me to America for the first time? No, that's not what we do, right? All right, guys. It looks like later Josh in La La Land was in. Okay, buddy. Sorry I missed him. AZ, thank you. I don't know if you caught the most recent vlog, not the live streams, but my wife and I did a little motor vlog down to the sunset. I was talking about you in that vlog. I was wondering if you caught that. Got to love Thailand. Josh is an awesome guy. If you guys want to see some beautiful Thai ladies, I mean, top notch in bikinis, virtually having fun with guys that are stuck in their home countries, go to Josh in La La Land. Awesome chick. Big C in the house. Yeah, Big C, that's the price, brother. 15 US dollars. I think it gets me. Some of these guys get over here and expect everybody, to have Thai noodle prices or something, or not just noodles, but clothing or whatever, right? Everybody's used to getting really low cost stuff here, and that's great. There's nothing wrong with it. But a lot of these guys forget where they came from, Back in your home country, if you had a steak and eggs platter like that for $15, I don't think you'd be crying. You know what I mean? We're not talking McDonald's biscuits here, guys, or McDonald's sausage. We're not talking about the mom and pop grandma's style cooking diner, right? So, yeah. We haven't had a sale on the steak and eggs yet, but we have had Thai guys that had the ham and eggs, smoked ham and eggs, and that's $360. Now, it includes coffee. All of our platters include coffee. So the steak and eggs, the ham and eggs, the B&G platter, the pancake platter, and the 2 eggs with sausage and bacon platter, right? Your standard platter. All of those come with coffee, unlimited coffee, or hot tea, right? And we have real milk if you don't want powdered cream, right? You guys have been talking, chatting while I was rambling. All right, sounds like you guys are all caught up with each other. I appreciate you tuning in. I don't want to keep everybody. Mr. Mitch has been great helping this channel out. I appreciate all you moderators. AZ, thank you so much. Bad Badger, Josh, everybody that came in, man, stuck in Florida, got to love Thailand, right, was in the house early on. William Poole, really appreciate you, brother. You know what I'm talking about. This guy's done a lot for me, guys. He's a straight up good one, Mr. William Poole, WRPP there. All right, I think I might have missed a few people. Big C was here, right? Okay, that's good enough. All right, guys, I'm going to sign out, man. Hope you have a great day. I hope you enjoyed the live stream with the fishermen. If you haven't caught that, I worked my tail off. I was hungry. Not hungry anymore. So, yeah, when you get a chance, man, come down and have the house. Come down and have the house at the open mic. I don't think you'll be disappointed. I think you'll be trying to give me $500 tip on top. Peace, guys. Love to everyone. Triple T saying thank you very much to all the subscribers. If you haven't subscribed, man, just click that button. It's free. It won't cost you a penny. Thanks a lot, man. Triple T signing out.